So today I'm here with my good mate Noah. In 2016 he suffered a cardiac arrest, and today I'm just going to ask him a few questions, see how that was, and
Tell my story, I guess.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about it. Cardiac arrest, bit of a big one.
Yeah, it's a life-changing event. When I was born with a little heart problem.
Yeah.
And I went to the hospital only like once a year.
Yeah.
But it was never a big concern. Like whenever I went, they were like, "It's fine. You don't need to have any precautions when you're doing exercise."
Yeah.
I pushed myself. It was all good.
Yeah.
But then when it came to GCSE P.E.
Yeah. Would you say there was any underlying things out? Did you notice anything particular before the cardiac arrest happened?
No, I would say occasionally when I was playing football or whatever, I'd have to like stop running.
Yeah.
But that was just, I thought I had a weaker heart than most people, so I would always be like that. But I didn't realise it was of any sort of major concern.
Okay.
But then when it came to PE, and doing the Coop test, I don't know if you know what that is, where you run around 100 metres.
Yeah. So it's a bit like the bleep test, sort of like similar dynamic, pretty much.
Yeah, endurance running.
Yeah.
And it was the last test before the real thing, and I was just in a mind frame where I was willing to do whatever it took to get as high as I could.
Okay, obviously. GCSE is important.
Yeah, and I wasn't really thinking, at that time, I didn't think about it or like my health or anything. I was just focused on getting as high as possible. But I'd be done training on my own and such, and a week beforehand, I was with, Tal.
Yeah.
I was practicing in a local park, and we were actually doing this sort of intensity running thing. And it could have happened there.
Yeah.
But luckily, it happened in school.
Yeah.
And I was able to be safe. But if it happened in the park, it could have been a different story.
I think that's incredible when you say that, because, like you said, you could have just gone out on a normal run by yourself and no one could have found you.
Exactly.
And I think the fact that you were in school when this happened sort of, saved your life almost.
It did save my life, yeah. Because the chances of survival when you have a cardiac arrest, which is when your heart is not able to keep pumping, it stops pumping.
Yeah.
The chances decrease by 10% or so every minute that you're out.
Yeah.
So when you're alone in running around, like if no one finds you for 10 minutes, it's going to be a dire situation.
Yeah. And back to the initial Cooper test. When you were running, did you experience anything? Did you notice your heart quickening, or anything that triggered? Like, would you remember from that day?
I don't remember a thing, to be honest.
Do you not?
No, all I know is what people have told me.
Yeah.
And basically, as it turns out, I was partnered with Ollie Steen.
Okay.
And he's told me the story. So we did the 12-minute run. I completed it.
Yeah.
No one told me what I got. I hope it was good on the day.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
Basically, after it, we were done. Our teacher told us to always stand up after you run.
Okay.
And keep your hands above your head to get the blood pumping to your brain and everything. But I think me and Ollie, we just lay down because we were like, oh, fuck this,
Yeah.
We're so tired.
Yeah.
And we both lay down, and I just never got up, essentially. Yeah. I don't know how long it was when they realised something bad was going on, but I'm pretty sure it was pretty soon.
Yeah.
When Miss Hoskins, my teacher, was like, "Come on, guys, get up," and there was just no response from me.
Okay. So were you unconscious at this point?
Yeah, that's when it started, and I was just completely out.
Okay.
My heart had stopped pumping, and when your heart stops pumping, there's no blood rushing to the brain or anything.
Yeah.
So, I was in a dire situation.
Okay. So obviously your memory from that event, you were unconscious. You weren't around to see what was happening. But from what people said, who kept you going? Who?
So there was a teacher, Mr. White, who, shout out to Mr. White, he saved my life. He wasn't my teacher, but he was on the pitch at the day. And what happened first was Ollie, my partner, went to go get student services, and they called the ambulance and so on, but they take a while to come. So pretty quickly they were looking for help, and Mr. White was trained at CPR, and he thankfully took the
control
obligation. He was doing it for about 10 minutes or so. No signal, and then the ambulance came, and they started doing it as well. defibrillator, you know what?
Yeah, I know what a defibrillator is.
So they,
well, for those who don't know.
For those who don't know, it's it jolts electricity into your heart.
Yeah.
Your heart needs electricity to keep going.
Yeah.
So it gives it a jolt, and then hopefully it will
gives it a boost for it to restart your heart.
Yeah.
Basically.
They did it a few times.
Yeah.
And thankfully, after about 13 minutes or so, they got my heart pumping.
So basically for 13 minutes, you were essentially dead. Your heart wasn't beating.
I guess so. You could say that, yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah. As I said before, the chance of survival every minute decrease
by
a significant percentage. So by the time they got me back,
it
was like very, very slim.
Yeah.
So thank God.
Thank God, really.
Yeah, you know Fabrice Muamba,
the footballer.
Yeah, so he actually had the same thing.
Okay.
Cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
And he was out for, I think it's something like 40 minutes before his heart started pumping.
Bloody hell.
Which is unbelievable to think that now he's back alive.
Yeah,
and also when they got my heart pumping again, I was still out. I was in an induced coma, which is sort of, they put me in a coma, and my heart's running, but it needs a machine to keep pumping. And that went on for about 2 days in hospital.
Yeah.
Where I just was out. Okay. And they didn't know whether I was going to come up, whether I'd be the same person I was, or lost all my memory, have sort of some, speech or whatever, brain damage. They have no idea.
Yeah.
So, obviously my parents and friends were all worried, but after 2.5 days on the Sunday, they called my dad and he came and I woke up.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It'd been a long time though.
I can't even begin to think what, that moment in time, what your family and friends must have gone through.
Yeah.
I mean, especially yourself, but...
For me, to be honest, it was like, I don't remember a single thing of the day.
That's what I'm thinking.
Remember, basically, my memory is I wake up in hospital.
Yeah.
I'm on a dozen amount of drugs.
Yeah.
So
you must have been off your nut.
Off my nut, I was watching movies every day, getting takeaways,
Yeah.
It was kind of like a kind of weird holiday in the hospital for me. That's all I remember of it, and a few friends came to visit every now and again, and meanwhile, they were all studying for GCSE. They were like working their arse off at home, going to school, doing these exams, and I had no idea what was going on.
So, well, I assume you didn't take your GCSEs?
No, I took 2 in year 12, maths and English.
Okay, so I suppose the only positive to come out of it is you didn't sit the GCSEs.
Yeah, I look at it as a good thing, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It didn't...
I mean, of course, it's not a good thing to have happened, but like we picked on before, had it been in another situation where you went out running or, you were, I don't know, in an unfamiliar environment and that effect happened, then, like you said, the chance of survival may have been
absolutely
a lot thinner.
Absolutely, yeah. I think I definitely look at it as a thank God, lucky.
Yeah.
My life was put out of my hands when I went down. And I'm so lucky that the people were there on the day that were. But the after effects, I also, it's something that I had to recover from and had to, get my head wrapped around the fact, for me, I didn't experience any of it while it was going on. So I had to wrap my head around it for several months and actually understand what had happened. Because for the first 2 months, I didn't even know. I kept every day, my memory was not great.
Yeah.
So every day I would ask my parents what's happening with my GCSEs.
Okay.
And I didn't even know.
So did it take you a while to get back to a sense of normality, to feel,
100%.
Yeah. Has this sort of changed the way you look at life almost?
Definitely. I remember afterwards I was in hospital for about 3.5 weeks.
Yeah.
First time. And then I had to go back for 2 operations where I was there for 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah.
So the whole process was over about 3 months where I basically had little contact with anyone apart from my family and close friends that came to visit.
Yeah.
And had to wrap this all around in my head. But then afterwards, I went on holiday and I got back to
a sense of normality.
Yeah. I hadn't been to school in so long. I've forgotten everything.
Yeah.
The things I've taken from it is that life is precious, and I'm thankful, but we should all be thankful, that we're here, in the privileged situations that we are. I'm lucky to have amazing family.
Yeah.
Lucky to appreciate like my friendships that I have so much more. It definitely gave me a sense of, it's corny to say, but like love. Like
I completely agree with you. I think, you know, it's something you touched upon is life is fragile, and you don't know, you don't know what's around the corner, and for you to have this perception of life where take each day as it comes and appreciate things for what they are and appreciate the people who are in your life. I think that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it's amazing that you're doing so well now, and for people who don't know your story, or don't know you, like who only know you nowadays, it would be inconceivable to think like you've gone through something so traumatic. You're a fun, happy guy. Like no one would have fun, happy, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're a good guy. Like
cheers, mate.
Probably gonna edit that bit out.
When I look back at how it's changed my life, I definitely see myself becoming more aware of just each choice that I make and the big decisions in life that I make, and how something like that, which you don't, it's not planned. No. It's not like anything. It was the day that it happened. I was fine. I woke up, had breakfast, said bye to my mum, went to school. It was a normal day, and just like that, it was
changes.
Yeah. So it's anything can happen, and you gotta be aware of that. To take each day as it comes and enjoy it.
Appreciate life for what it is.
Yeah. It's corny, but
that's what it is, but it isn't. Like you're allowed to be a bit corny now and again. I'll give you the corny pass. I think honestly, it's an incredible story, mate.
Cheers.
I know you have a scar. Is that something you would show a camera, or you not?
So I've got a few battle scars. I like to call them. I've got a few battle scars, and I've got a defibrillator working 24/7 inside of me. It's basically this box to the side of me, and it's nowadays it's like I don't notice it, but for the first few months it was like I've got this box on the side of my body, and it's like even when I'm in bed, like I can't like get in a comfortable position. It's always there.
I feel that. I feel
like I've had to readjust sort of my left arm a bit when I like sleep and when I sort of am relaxed, because it's there. But I had operations, and hopefully it'll come out in the next 2 years or so when the battery runs out, and then I'll just be normal, except I have those scars.
It's important. Scars are important. A reminder of
what you've been through.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to compare, but I've got a little one right here.
It's quite a big one.
Little war injury, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can relate on that level.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of that.
But anyway, thank you for having this chat with me today.
Cheers for letting me.
Going to end on a little love it, mate.
Love it. All right. Cool.
Brilliant. Hopefully I pressed record.